everyone, we have so much Nano Dimension news today. We had a lot of good news and one bad news. Nano Dimension has received a short report. We will cover all these issues with Nano Dimension. But first, welcome to High School Dropout's Advice. If you need subtitles, click on the subtitle button right here. I'm also on Discord. If you want to join our channel, click on the link below in the description. We have a gain of 7.5% today, and we are trading at $7.14 per share with a market cap of 1.78 billion. The stock is trading under NNDM, and you might know that the company is holding about 1.5 billion in cash. The company has nearly as much cash as the company's market cap. This means, from a fundamental standpoint, that you get the company nearly dollar for dollar. This is why I told my viewers and subscribers in my last video, which I link up here, that it's an easy buy also from a fundamental standpoint. If you want to buy stocks and you need a brokerage account, you can use my Webull Link, which I link down below in my description. You get up to 4 free stocks, value up to $1,850 when you deposit at least $100. This would be free money for you. You would also support me. I would get 1 to 2 stocks for each referral. The good thing I like about Webull is that you can trade before and after the market close, allowing you to be one step ahead of other traders and investors. Let us talk about the big news of the day first. We had an announcement of the CEO today that they have acquired the machine learning, deep learning leader, DeepCube. I want you to watch this clip of the CEO, Yoav Stern, so you can see how he introduced the company with his own words.
It's a happy day for all of us and a special day because after talking about acquisitions and about expanding Nano Dimension focus, not only by developing our own products and not only by improving our machines and developing the new generation and the next generation afterwards, we've been scanning the horizon for a long time now, probably half a year, and we were looking for special companies that can join forces with us and add value to what we do in a substantial manner and shortcut our way to reaching a game-changing product and systems. So the first company that we're announcing today that is going to join us, its name is DeepCube. DeepCube is an Israeli company from Tel Aviv, 25 people, give or take, about 3-4 years old. And DeepCube is in the business of deep learning. Deep learning is the most advanced artificial intelligence systems that enable machine learning and data dives, both on edge devices and especially on real time. Nobody else is able to reach the speed and the efficiency that DeepCube artificial intelligence systems can reach. We are bringing their forces together with us. The product is ready. The product is going to be the brain of our machines. Our machines are going to be converted into intelligent machines, which means the machine moving forward in the new generations is going to be able to identify its own mistakes as it's doing what it's doing, correct the mistakes or stop the process, inform the operators, and moreover, it's going to connect with other machines, and on the cloud there's going to be part of the DeepCube brain, which is going to manage the machines as network of edge devices that are going to convert digital inventory directly into these iPads. Now, this is very exciting. There's nobody in the world that is doing it that way. Nobody actually has technology like DeepCube has. And they've been asked and presented and covered by very serious players, which I can't mention their names. You can guess all or most of the semiconductors manufacturers in the world that were interested to buy the company because of the technology. In a less public way, I can talk to you about it. And we brought it in. We may actually do business with these other players, but the main thing that we are excited about is that the brain of DeepCube will be integrated vertically into our applications, expanded from just one machine to network of machine, and will make a big difference for us and especially for our customers.
The company was acquired for 40 million in cash and 30 million in shares. The acquisition should be expected in the next few days. In my opinion, having the DeepCube wired with the printers will allow the company better control of the quality of the product and will be easier to scale them in large numbers. I'm thinking of big semiconductors company here. You know that the current printer is an individual piece of equipment, but when you have a central control system like the brain, more printers can be controlled at the same time, which will help scalability issues. I have mentioned this problem before, and I'm happy to see that we have a development in this direction. We still need many more kinds of acquisition, but this one definitely goes in the right direction. Now let us talk more about the new key staff in the company. We have Hanan Gino, who will act as the Chief Product Officer and the Head of Strategic M&A, which stands for Merger and Acquisition. So from this position, we know that NNDM will move quickly to acquire more key companies and integrate their business with them. Mr. Gino had experience in acquisition and integration of multiple companies when he was the Variant Systems CEO, a 1.1 billion company with 3,900 employees, as you can see. When we look at these highlights, we see that he has experience in similar positions, in similar company sizes as Nano Dimension. He also successfully launched 30 new products on the market, which leads me to think that Nano Dimension will have more exciting products in the future. This would align with his job duty as the Chief Product Officer. This is some information on him on LinkedIn. There is nothing that would really stand out. Mr. Gino is a suitable candidate for the company, but I'm not feeling that he will be the carrier and bring the company to the next level. I know he will do his job he was hired for, but I don't feel that he will be able to bring the company beyond this. He is a good candidate and he will do a good job, but I don't think he is a rock star in this field. But this is only my 2 cents. We have another big employment of a new board director, Odette Jäger, who has experience in acquisition, investment, and is an overall experienced man in finance and entrepreneurship. You see that he spent 15 years with the Rothschild as a senior advisor. You know that the Rothschilds are one of the big families with old money, which got their money invested everywhere. Their company is helping other wealthy people to invest. So being able to get employed for 15 years by Rothschild will be helpful to spend the 1.5 billion wisely, which Nano Dimension has. Now that we got all the good news covered, let us have a look at the short report of Kerrisdale Capital. Is saying we are short Nano Dimension. The deal Nano Dimension announced today to acquire DeepCube is one of the silliest moves in recent memory. Paying 70 million to acquire a random startup in an unrelated field founded by 2 of Nano Dimension's board members. I don't think this is a random startup because the 2 board members got hired by Nano Dimension for a reason. If there's no connection, they would not have been hired in the first place. So there is some connection and they might be able to show the benefit to Nano Dimension that an acquisition makes sense. As I said, it will help product quality and scalability of products being printed by the printer. We can argue if the first acquisition of a deep learning company makes the most sense for Nano Dimension or not, but in my humble opinion, when other semiconductor companies were looking into DeepCube, then DeepCube can act as a bridge to bring Nano Dimension and semiconductor businesses together. Nano Dimension wants to provide an interesting semiconductor printer for those companies. The acquisition makes sense because DeepCube is optimizing the printer in the way the semiconductor companies need. So I don't agree with the short report. You might say that it's a little fishy because the board members were the founders. If you look into the hiring and acquisition, I have to agree that Nano hires many key staff with roots in Israel and who are close to their current company. I hope with more board members and more staff that the next hires are more diversified. Point 2 of the short report says that the circuit board cannot handle high temperature or produce boards with high conductivity. The printer already has circuit boards that many institutes use, and it even had a mission out of space. If something so fundamental as not being able to handle high temperature or high conductivity would be an issue, then the printer would be useless. But it's not. It also has a lot to do with the design of the object. The printer is just the tool to realize those. So if someone designs a bad board, I can agree that those issues can be real, but this is not the printer's fault. The short report is accusing the company of raising too much cash and has no use other than acquiring a company that has nothing to do with 3D printing. This acquisition is very much like the first one, and I think I covered this. Raising 1.5 billion is one thing, but having institutions and investors willing to invest this 1.5 billion shows that investors believe in this technology. Having this amount of cash will put this growing company in a unique situation where they don't need to be worried about running out of cash anytime soon and to focus on raising cash. They are on a buying and hiring spree now. 4 to 6 are pretty much the same accusations that the money is not well spent, that the company is blasting money on board members' companies, AI and machine learning has nothing to do with 3D printing. I partly agree that it seems unrelated now, but you saw in the video with Yoav Stern explaining that the semiconductor companies are interested in them. And there is big money if Nano Dimension is being able to do business with them. This is what I also said in my first video. I can understand that it seems unrelated, but if you look further, you can connect the dots. I would not necessarily have started by acquiring an AI or a machine learning company, but it can be a more strategic acquisition. We saw in the video that the CEO was hinting towards something he could not disclose in public. This is what I think has to do with the company's decision. In my humble opinion, this short report cannot stand any ground. Developments are going on for Nano Dimension. They are solid and they should take Nano Dimension to the next level. But there is still more news and more developments required. This is just the first step in the right direction. Anyways, for legal reasons, let me tell you that I'm not a financial advisor, CPA or realtor. So always consult with an expert before making a decision. Remember that your money is your responsibility and always do your due diligence. Thank you so much and see you hopefully in the next video. Thank you. Bye.